everyone. So today we're going to be making some winter scones. So first you're going to need some basic baking supplies like bowls, measuring cups. You're going to want something to mix with. Today I'm using this really cute like blue spatula with a clear handle. Love it. Don't forget to preheat your oven 400 degrees. First we're going to go ahead and add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Then we're going to go ahead and put in 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. That's just kind of regular white sugar. Next we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I just kind of eyeball this one. I don't actually measure it out. Next we're going to need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now we're going to go ahead and take 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and put that in there as well. Now I'm going to transfer this over to my bowl for my standing mixer. It's just easier to kind of mix this together. I set that in there and kind of walk away and do something else. So there it is, put it in there. Next we're going to take 4 ounces of cold unsalted butter. I chop it up into pieces and then just go ahead and put it in there with it. We're going to mix it until it looks kind of like grainy and sandy. Now we take 7 ounces of almond paste. This was hard for me to find, but I did eventually find it. It can come in frozen or it's also in the baking aisle. We mix that well, put in some 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Mix that in really well. And then we have 1 teaspoon of almond extract, which smells amazing. Now we mix that in. It starts to form a dough as you go along. So now we're going to put in 1 large egg, crack it open, no shells in there. Very proud of myself. And now we're going to mix it, and you definitely start to see a dough forming with this. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on gloves because I am wearing nail polish and I don't want to get chunks of blue nail polish in there. So I'm taking a chopping board and I'm going to put a layer of flour on top just so that the dough doesn't stick to the board. And I do put a lot on there because I do end up resurfacing every once in a while. Now I'm going to hand mix the dough. The dough is very chunky, so I just kind of knead it and push it into each other, fold it into itself so that it becomes one solid dough instead of being kind of like these little pieces flying everywhere, as you can see. So now I'm going to start flattening it out. I flatten it out a little bit so that I can add the next part in there. So now I'm going to take 1/2 cup of cranberries. I've already cut these little cranberries in half. I found these just in the, fruit section at the grocery store. So it's 1/2 cup and I halved them. I just cut them in half. Now I'm going to fold them into the dough. I didn't use the whole 1/2 cup yet because I do still have more dough in the bowl. So I just use as much for that dough. Now we're going to shape it into kind of a loaf shape. I just make it long and flat because I don't like my scones huge and chunky. That's up to you, however you like to have them shaped. So I put them in there and now I cut it into triangles, being very careful because you are using a knife. Be very, very careful. So I just cut them into kind of triangle shapes like this. And there you have it. Next we're going to take a small mixing bowl and we're going to mix in 1 large egg and 1 teaspoon of cold water, and I just kind of whisk that together to make kind of a coating. It just mixes really well and goes on top of the scones. So now we're going to take the scones, put them on top of a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. This is wax paper because I ran out of parchment paper. But now we're going to I take one of my baking brushes and I'll put that egg mix on top. I'll coat it really nicely. So I make sure to get the entire top part. You can also do it, I guess, on the sides as well, however much you want to do. If you want to coat like all 4 sides or whatever, that's fine, but just coat it really well. Now I dust with some more granulated sugar that is just regular white sugar, and then top with some sliced almonds. What I do like to do is if you want a really sweet scone, I do add more sugar to the top. but I kind of just wanted a nice, subtle, sweet winter scone this time. So you go ahead and put these in the oven and bake it at that 400 degrees for 20 minutes, and this is what they look like. Nice golden brown top. Remember to let them cool. You don't want to burn your hands. I take them off and put them on a pretty plate, and there you go. So those are my winter scones, and I really hope you guys enjoy these. They are delicious. You can see the cranberries in there. I love making them during the month of December. Enjoy. Give this video a thumbs up. See you next time.